Hi, I'm Gary Sinise. Veterans United Foundation is committed to having a lasting impact on the lives of others. Through partnerships, financial contributions, volunteerism, and the compassion of Veterans United employees, you enhance lives every day. Sure, you get a paycheck, but now it's time to reap the rewards of the countless times you gave back. Veterans United employees, these are the fruits of your labor.
Here at the New Franklin Orchard Farm with Veterans United. We have a lot of employees out here today picking apples for the food bank.
I wanted to bring my family here to give them a volunteer opportunity to give back to the community.
It's great knowing that many people within Columbia know us based off some of the things that we do outside of our work.
Like a ladder to the top of a tree, our foundation extends our reach into communities.
When female veterans had no homeless shelter, Veterans United employees stepped up to help.
These are the fruits of our labor.
Pretty dismal existence. Being homeless, yeah.
You just feel like you're just wandering, where you're just living out of suitcases and having to take your stuff everywhere with you.
The new project, the new shelter that we're proposing will go from the 10 we currently have to 29. It'll also have a separate wing for female veterans.
Helping veterans and their families be resilient.
Our $300,000 gift is believed to be the largest private monetary donation to help benefit the Missouri National Guard.
We helped build a resiliency center to fight the invisible wounds of war.
The incorporation of a resiliency center, you know, it's not just to help bring resources to these families and these veterans, but it's to honor them. When someone gets killed on a deployment, they obviously have a funeral back home, but the soldiers that were with them are never there. So something like this, you could bring an entire unit into, and you could have a ceremony and have the family there.
When one of my customers had everything stolen, Veterans United employees stepped up to help.
We pick the charities who need help and ensure more people have a bountiful harvest.
These are the fruits of our labor.
Charitable to the core.
You look over to your right, you look over to your left, there's going to be somebody pushing the ground with you. And they're not going to quit. You know why? Because they're going to look at you and they're like, well, damn, if you're pushing, I'm going to push. You know what? Because we're doing this for the guys and girls that are fighting overseas. And I'm not going to let them down.
I was diagnosed in June of 2012 with internal melanoma.
Where's Sawyer? Right here. Will you join me?
She walked in and asked me to stand up, but I had no clue.
Had no idea. None whatsoever. We have gifted our foundation that is fueled solely by our employees $10,000 to Sawyer.
Each of the chairs cost between $500 and $1,000. Raising enough money to be able to put very many of these children into the races is tough. So Veterans United donated $2,500 to us. So we were able to purchase 2 chairs. He would never get to feel, he would never feel the wind in his face. You know, he would never feel what it feels like to go fast.
Service members, particularly those who have been touched by combat-related trauma, don't always fit in with other alternative sentencing programs, so we stepped up to fund a Veterans Treatment Court.
My lowest point was I was homeless. I lived in my truck for 3 months.
You've helped change our community.
Since I got clean and I got with the program, I've been getting pats on the back from everybody.
The gem that you all have helped create here is going to be spread around and shared by a lot of people. Thanks.
This is probably the most wonderful thing I've ever had offered me.
They're willing to give a part of their paycheck every single payday to make an event like this happen.
Dear Mr. Versolis, thank you for the many sacrifices you and your family have made for our country.
I hope your trip to the Vietnam Veteran Memorial was memorable.
I wish I could come over here every day. It wouldn't be enough.
I'm just so glad he got to go. He passed away. He lived 11 days, and then he was gone, so the last thing he got to do, it was great, just great.
When we come together as a group, it just means so much more. You can feel it, so it's a sense of community with each other, and it's a sense of celebration, and you're doing something good for someone else, and that's what really matters.
I found out on my son's birthday that I had cancer. Having Grace with her special needs and the deployments, everything else was a cakewalk except for the cancer. That's been the most challenging for me.
Such a need for people like you to help the tens of thousands of soldiers who are suffering. And without Molly, I definitely would not be going on campus, you know? There's no way. Many, many thanks from the bottom of our hearts for this wonderful donation. It's very much appreciated.
All I remember is that there was a wall of doctors in front of us saying Blake had a stroke.
Everything was just kind of like a nightmare. I knew I wanted to get back into shape for my cheer team and for myself.
We just thought, okay, let's get her the elliptical, and the donation was it was perfect timing. That was a catalyst for her that we would not have been able to provide without the Veterans United donation.
It gave me the opportunity to get back into what I love.
I hope that makes everybody who's sitting here watching this video feel really, really good inside, because they have done something for a family that made a huge difference.
These are the fruits of our labor.
Well done, Veterans United employees. Whether in an orchard or on a football field, a courtroom, or an airplane, you are planting seeds of goodness that will grow forever. May you continue to enjoy the fruits of your labor.